up? It's your boy Bugs the Vote, and this is Through the Lens, where we are interviewing creatives that were at the protest. The main objective of me doing this interview is because there are a lot of distorted perspectives and distorted narrations in the media. So I want to talk to people that were directly there so that we can get it from the horse's mouth on exactly what's going on. So today our guest is Vanessa, and she participated in 2 marches. She went to one in Los Angeles and the other one in Santa Monica, correct?
And another one in Anaheim.
So first things first, let's quickly touch on the one in Los Angeles. Like, you know, you as a photographer, why did you feel like it was important for you as a creative and as a person to join these marches?
Honestly, I stand by these people in these marches because, like, what the police are doing is so wrong and messed up. And I feel like I had to go out and explore and see with my own eyes because, like you said, everything on the media is, like, not 100% right. So I feel like I had to go down there and, like, stand my ground and also record history and proof because, like you said, a lot of things are fake. I wanted to capture the real deal, like reality, you know?
Cool. So what did you see when you went to the one in Los Angeles?
So in LA, I saw a few people were, like, scattered. They weren't, like, grouped up, but they were holding their signs, you know, walking down the street. Everything in LA is boarded up between, like, houses and like buildings, and no one can park. There's no public parking at all. I tried to park, but I saw, like, a bunch of other cars were parked on the side, and, like, the tow trucks had these really big trucks, and they were towing cars, like, so many cars. Like, you know, when you go on the highways and you see these big trucks transporting, like, brand new cars? Yeah, one of those instead of a normal tow truck.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny because when I was talking to Frank, which was in Tampa, he was kind of saying the same thing about when he got to the destination, they were making it purposely difficult to even park, to begin to munch, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I was in LA and I saw there wasn't, like, a group of people, you know, really, like, voicing their opinions, I wanted to, you know, be with a group of people to, you know, that has the same, like, views as me, so, you know, we can be together on this. So I went on Snapchat and I went on, like, local areas, you know, local Snapchat, so I can find these protests. So I found something in Santa Monica. I'm like, okay, bet, let's go to Santa Monica. I was with my homegirl Olivia. I was driving, and then when we went to Santa Monica, we saw, like, the group of people right next to the pier. This all happened next to the pier, and I wanted to get, you know, close and get a good shot. Right. But there was, like, nowhere to park really. So what she did, like, she got in the driver's seat. She went up, like, really close to the crowd. I hopped out of the car, jumped out real quick, and I looked around. I hung out. I took a few pictures where you saw, like, the first picture that I posted. That's where Santa Monica is.
Okay.
That's where everything was happening. It was honestly, like, really scary because there's, like I said, a bunch of cops with huge rifles. Like, if you have huge rifles, you're trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to hurt people. So I'm here with this group of people. They got their signs. Everyone's chanting. You know, I'm taking pictures of them, making sure, you know, everything's going to be all right. And then once I got a few good shots, I'm like, okay, I want to get some from, you know, behind the cops.
Right.
I try to drive around, and there's no way I could have got close to the cops because the cops were right here, and then they had streets closed down and other cops watching, so no one could go behind them.
What, did you see anything of, like, police agitating the protesters, or they were just
in Anaheim? Anaheim, I did.
What were they doing?
They were like, okay, so these kids would walk up to the cops and, like, talk to them, try talking to sense into them, and, like, they would hold their guns, like they're about to, like, shoot them. But these are like kids like 12, 14, like, on their bikes.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be like, what are you doing? What's going on? And, like, and behind the kids, there's also a really big crowd, like, of protesters with their signs. And these kids started walking closer to them, you know, to talk to them. Then they started pushing back a little bit. And then the protesters saw what was going on. Then they started moving forward too, because they weren't just going to let the 2 boys, you know, walk off with the line full of cops.
Yeah.
So when they start pushing a little bit, I saw what was going on. I'm like, okay, I hopped in my car, drove around because I wanted to see like where the source was, like where were they pushing towards. So when I went around the side, I saw on a 4-way intersection, 2 streets on the intersections was blocked off by concrete walls. And behind the concrete walls was another line of cops with rifles. And the first line right here that was pushing back, I could see that they're trying to lead the group of protesters to this like barricade trap. And I saw this, I'm like, what is going on? And the 2 boys kept moving forward. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop, go somewhere else. Stop. And then like, it was like crazy. It was crazy. Like obviously the police weren't there to like protect people. If you see like 2 barricades and cops lined up, that's like a sign of war. Like it's war.
Yeah, that's like a pattern that I'm seeing from just, you know, watching the news and just watching social media clips. It doesn't seem like, you know, not all, but I mean a lot of police. It seems like they're not really there. They're really there to agitate.
Everyone's okay.
Yeah, they're there to agitate. They're there to cause some type of disruption. And it kind of, you know, it kind of makes me question, you know, what goes on that they're not telling us, you know what I'm saying, behind closed doors in the police station sometimes. Like what conversations are they having about, you know, how to deal with people? Because like we've seen the on the social media the other day, I saw how the NYPD, how they were talking on the radio, they were just saying just, you know, run over protesters, just shoot protesters. And it kind of like, it reinforces how we feel about them, right? Like we keep saying that they're over here, you know, they're causing all these type of confusion and pain and frustration. And there's people that try to defend them. But then when we see things like what you're saying or things that I've seen on social media, it's like, how can you defend it to a point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even, you know, these protests have gone on for like a few days and you see these protesters, like they don't have any weapons or anything. Like they don't have any bats, you know, they don't have like any crowbars. And like the police like have these huge guns. Like why do you upgrade your guns, you know, than what you already have? Like you have mace, you have like a taser, they have all this crap, but like they're adding more ammunition to a situation that is not even like you know, aggressive. You
know, you being a Latina woman, why do you feel like it is important for us Hispanics or people from the Latin culture to get involved into this march and this protest?
Because I feel like it's like not only about race, but the fact that the people that are sworn to protect the American people, they're hurting innocent people, and that's just wrong. That's wrong. No matter like who you are, like you're hurting innocent people, and that has to stop. That has to stop. And like they're targeting a certain group, you know, like Black people. They're targeting, and that's wrong. That's just so wrong. Like it needs to stop.
Yeah, you know, I try to explain to people because you know you got your Hispanics who a lot of them kind of don't understand or they just don't care. And what I'm trying to get out, the message out is like, look, man, at the end of the day, this is a human issue. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, oppression to anyone is oppression to everyone. So although, they're not Hispanic, this is the Black fight, but at the same time, we have to also step in because, again, it's a human issue overall. You know,
it's we the people against the police.
Right, corruption and injustice. Yeah, I think it's important, man. I think it's important for people like us, like creatives and photographers, because at the end of the day, what this is it's history in the making, and we are documenting history. You know, we are
huge movement.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Worldwide.
Exactly.